Okay, welcome to Truth Moment, broadcasting from Sfat, Israel. There are really three truths in this world. The first truth is what we call Das Tachten, the way we experience reality. And I heard a lecture by Dr. David Imbo, who's a Harvard graduate physicist. He's heads a team of 1,000 theoretical physicists. These are the top guys, all the crazy inventions, they make them. And basically he said, the way a galaxy, quote unquote, thinks and the way a person thinks is very similar. Basically, we think in the terms of physics, but not quantum physics, Newtonian physics. So there's one reality, the reality that we live in, which is a Newtonian-based world, which basically it's logical. If it's here, it's not there. If it's there, it's not here. But then there's a second reality. It's a quantum physics reality, where it can be here and it can be there, both at the same time and none at the same time. In other words, this reality works based on how God wants it to be. It's an unlimited potential. There's nothing that is limited in this reality. It's very hard for our brains to wrap our heads around this because it's like either here or it's there. But no, it's actually here and there at the same time. And you can see them both in the same time. You say, how can one thing be in two places at the same time? Well, it's simple. There are no limitations. That one thing can be in multiple locations, or it can be in none. It could be anything. Because God is in the quantum level. He's not limited by the reality that we see. And when we understand that, we understand something very, very deep. And that is that our world, and even our spiritual world, is unlimited. Of course, God gave us a Torah, and there are certain rules and behaviors. But those are only rules and behaviors because God gave them. They're not absolute rules. If God didn't give them, they wouldn't be the rules. The rules of everything basically boils down to one rule. What does God tell you to do now? Because there's another rule, which is that if there's a prophet that comes to you and tells you to do something now, that's the rule. As long as it doesn't go against the principles, it's a pure godly direction. And ultimately, we know that because God is unlimited, he allows us to be unlimited. And so it's all quite simple. Follow God and you will grow. And that's the first command to a Jew. Lech lecha, go to your full potential, which you can only achieve by blindly following God. So as long as you stick to Newtonian physics, you're actually blind. But if you stick to quantum physics, where all is possible, then you're alive.